There's a rumor going round.
All the rumors are true, yeah. What you heard, that's true, yeah.
Girl's just got so far in her head, bro. It's stupid.
2.
But I think I might be losing Melman.
You are.
You're not losing Melman. You don't need this.
Yes, you do.
You're comparing me to a girl that you've known 3 days. That's a kick in the teeth.
Nah, now we're just trying to piss me off. That's what we're doing. We're just trying to piss me off.
Bringing up completely irrelevant stuff.
Skip.
At the den, Zach, Montel, Ty, and Scott were discussing Mitchell's clip, and Ty called him a backstabber, and Zach, he was upset that Mitch didn't abide to the bro code, and Ty played devil's advocate, telling the boys that at some point they've all probably bad-mouthed each other, but Zach, he wasn't hearing it. He wanted to confront Mitch.
I feel like a lot of us have just given him easy passes throughout doing it the whole time, so now it's probably just a bit too comfortable.
Soon after.
Later at the den, Ella and Ty spoke about Ella's movie night clip, and they both agreed that Casa Amor was in the past, and they've already agreed to move forward from it before movie night.
She's like, let's just squash it now, and you can do the same.
2 hours later.
In the bathroom, Whitney wanted the tea on Ella and Uzi's kiss, but Ella told her there's no tea. And later, my faves shared a goodnight hug while Whit and Lackham shared goodnight kisses.
Do you care what we were sharing last night?
Do I care?
No.
Of course I care.
Movie night energy.
Time for the wedding debrief, starting off with Ty, who didn't regret egging on the boys and told them he has forgiven Ella, and Uzi is planning on shooting his shot with Katie, while Montel, he thought his coupleship with Leah had retracted, and Leah told the girls she hates being compared, while Jess was annoyed that Sammy's connection with Mal was stronger.
346 minutes later.
How are you feeling, snake boy?
Took out of context, out of all of it, except from the Molly one.
No, I'm sure none of that was out of context, bro.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Other than the Molly one was the most in detail.
Mitch tried his best to explain his actions, but Zach called BS. He tried to explain himself further, and Sammy jumped in, telling him not to put people down to uplift himself.
So when me and Jess and we were in that triangle, you didn't say anything bad about me to Jess?
How am I supposed to know what she's thinking? I mean, I'm not a mind reader. You can only get so far when the conversation's all one-sided.
Just you two, it's gotta be just you two that's pissed off, innit?
What is going on in here? Penguins?
It just makes me question your character, Mitch. Yeah. That's it.
I was dying earlier today, and then I died. Now I'm dead.
Yeah. That's it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mitch apologized, and Uzi, he was shooting his shot with Katie. He reassured her she wasn't a second option, and they both said they are slow burners. And you know by now that that's code for they're not really into each other like that, but they're forcing things because they're on Love Island.
5 minutes later.
How do you feel?
I just don't want to have this conversation while my head doesn't feel clear.
Leah was feeling apprehensive about letting Montel in again, and she was still feeling hurt over what she saw on movie night. Monty tried to reassure her, but she wasn't convinced. Then it was Sammy and Jesse's turn on the fire pit couch. They rehashed the previous convos regarding Sammy's movie night clip, with Jess telling him she doesn't want to feel second best.
Jess, how's all this come from one comment? It's like, I feel like you're just milking it.
I'm not milking it, it's how I feel.
At the kitchen, Jess was venting to Ella.
Much later.
Mons asked Zach and Sammy to help him gather all the Islanders as he plans on reading Leah a love letter. Then the Islanders toasted the night, and then Montel was telling Sammy he is nervous. Zach joined them, and they went over the plan again.
Leah, you have a chat? Hi, can we sit here? If that's alright.
Come here, please.
Are we playing a game?
I just want to talk to everyone quickly. There's something going on.
Alright, everyone listen on.
So Montel was reading his forgiveness speech to Leah. He said how sorry he was for embarrassing her, and he took accountability for his Casa Amor shenanigans. Leah was emotional hearing that as it meant a lot to her. Then Montel made his way down from the terrace and straight to Leah he went, and they embraced and kissed.
There's a love bug going around. Bro, I'm in love, fam.
What?
I love you.
Wait, what do you mean you love me?
You guys can fight me on this, but Katie was faking it with Uzi. She hasn't been interested nor tried with anyone. Anyways, Mitch, he was apologizing to Sammy and Zach for his slyness and messiness and told them he was clutching at straws, creating connections and throwing dirt on them.
I value our friendship heavily, and it's like, it's not really a sorry thing. It's just like, it's more accountability thing, bro.
So that awkward tension with the boys was squashed, and then Katie pulled Jess and Leah to the fire pit, telling the girls she fancies Uzi and she's excited. And Uzi was telling the boys he's excited over a possible connection with Katie. And back at the fire pit, the girls spoke about Montel's gesture and Jess's situation with Sammy.
Scott, the first man in history to wish he'd behaved worse during Casa Amor.
Thanks, Ian. With that said, Scott was shooting his shot with Abby, telling her he respected his coupleship with Kat, and therefore he didn't give any of the Casa girls any attention. Meanwhile, at the daybed, Ty was telling Mitch something is cooking.
You think I see him as a threat? That's like me trying to Ella. You see me as a threat? No.
Listen up, pretty boy. I may not have your perfect tan or your chiseled abs, but I've got something you'll never have. A wounded heart.
If I had have flirted, it could have been very, very different. And I think that's the thing with it. But listen, it is what it is anyway, innit?
Now you know.
As the Islanders got ready for bedtime, Monty was happy and relieved, and Leah, she was over the moon, and Jess, she was feeling sad because Sammy was sad, and Sammy, he wanted to give Jess space, and my girl Ella said Ty.
Showing me so much growth and like maturity. Because we see a future with each other.
Lights out, and Wit and Luckham and Abby and Mitch shared goodnight kisses.
The next day.
That's summoning Scott to share Mitch and Abby's bed. Mitch, is it time to now start stressing because it's looking bad, mate?
2 hours later.
At the daybed, Uzi and Katie were having a flirt, and at the den, Ty was telling Ella that their journey just started.
Anyone else that comes in, don't care.
I can't wait till we can just chill in bed all day together. Do you know what I mean?
Then they kissed, and at the daybed, Sammy and Jess had that same convo that they've been having. Then Sammy apologized for his messiness, and Jess seemed to want to take a ride on the roller coaster. Meanwhile, on the couch, Molly and Zach finally got screen time, with Molly telling Zach her fam and friends thought.
I would have said something like big as a statement, do you know what I mean? But for me, as long as you know that. Do you know what I mean?
Now at the daybeds, Ella wanted to know if Scott liked Abby like that, and Scott was telling her he's never crossed the line with Abby, and Ty was telling Scott to do what's best for him and that he should consider shooting his shots with Abby. While that was going on, Abby was walking towards Scott, and then she pulled him for a chat.
Do you know what? I was actually thinking, like, me and you actually do have good chats. Don't know, we never sort of explored that.
Now at the poolside, Zach was checking in on Mitch, who wasn't bothered by Scott and Abby chatting, with Scott telling Abby he plans on getting to know her, and Abby was intrigued, so much so that she was planning on telling Mitch all about it, and she pulled Mitch to the sunbed where she told Mitch the 411.
I got a vibe from him, like, our chat's been like going well.
Are you okay? Right.
So obviously I'll carry on talking to Scott.
I'm in a glass case of emotion!
I'm confident that what we've got is better. I'm happy with us.
Okay.
So don't stress.
So Abby pulled Scott to the daybed, and she was telling him about her convo with Mitch. Mitchell gave her the green light, so it's on. Meanwhile, at the den, everyone wanted the tea on the love triangle situation, and Mitch told them he's confident.
So your personality is unmatched. You never know in this place, though.
You just never know.
Scott was telling Abby to do what she's comfortable with, and Abby was loving the attention, and the flirt game between Abby and Scott was on 100. They had big smiles on their faces. They were feeling giddy. I like seeing Scott happy, yo.
Just scream in my face and I fall in love.
Hey you, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.